Looks like it's time to crack open your yearbook and get comfortable.
Let's go, Bulldogs!
It's the Study Buddies podcast with your hosts, Randy California and William Evans.
Hello, welcome to the Study Buddies podcast, the podcast all about your high school experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. My name is William Evans. That one over there is Randy California, and Randy California was voted most likely to be the LA comedy scene's most social butterfly.
Will was voted most likely to break the TikTok algorithm and become a star.
Aw, we're being nice today. We like each other. Well, look at, all those.
Look at that.
Like the tweet storms. There was rumors. There were Twitter. There's that was a Twitter moment yesterday. People were like, do Will and Randy feud? Do they think the podcast will be over?
Not on the Study Buddies. Never.
No. Today's guest, guys, is the best guest that we could have got on August 23rd of 2020. Like, the best guest ever.
Our guest today has so much passion for fun. She's part of the First Name Only Club, Beyonce, Shaq. Guys, please welcome to the podcast, Bree.
What's up?
Hey,
guys.
What's up, Bree? I was about to say one more, but I was like, Cher.
Oh, Cher's a good one. I like that.
Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah. He has a full name.
Oh, whoops. I thought it was just Shaq. Well, I call, this is what I know him by personally, I guess. Just like, Shaq.
So, Bree, what were you voted most likely?
I really hate what I got because I didn't believe it at the time. It was most clumsiest. And I didn't think that I was clumsy at all. There was definitely another girl that was way more clumsy than me, but she already got the biggest drama queen. So I think I got stuck with clumsiest, but then throughout life, as I got older, I realized how clumsy I really was. And I was just like,
they predicted it.
Yeah, they predicted it. It was more of a prediction.
Yeah.
Wow. Who's in charge of these guys?
I think it's the students because everybody votes and then you just stick it in a bucket and I think they count. Well, that's how my school did it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but
I never got one.
Yeah, I mean, clumsy is a kind of endearing flaw, though. It's like, it's just clumsy. Oh, and everyone's like, that's adorable.
Yeah, sometimes until you break someone's thing.
Yeah, exactly. So you're like in the hospital, but people still be like, oh, that's adorable when you fell down the stairs. I'm sorry.
Just waiting for that to happen.
I like it though. Clumsy is good. I was clumsy also. I still am. But yeah. There
was a girl though that clearly deserved it more. She fell into the pit, the theater pit for the orchestra. She was just, and I was like, why didn't she get clumsiest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you? What was there something that happened with you?
No, that's why I was like, I think they just settled on that one. They're like, oh, there's nothing in here for her, so let's give her clumsiest.
Yeah, I forgot my thing that I was voted most likely, but it was something too that was like, it was like, oh yeah, that's a thing or whatever, like that, and I'm like, I'm never related to this at all. I think it was like something like, I can't remember, something
School
like
spirit.
the guy who most likely the guy who talks the most. I'm like, are you sure? I don't know, like. Something like that. Something like really lame.
Sure.
What did you guys want to get?
That's a good question. No one has asked that to us, Randy.
Yeah. Wow. This is like an exclusive for us. It's like a reverse. It's a reverse exclusive. Yeah. I think I wanted to get coolest kid on campus. Unaware. Unaware of how cool he is. That's what I wanted to get. And I still believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would want.
How about you, Will?
I don't know. I was a theater kid, so probably something related to theater. Most likely to be on Broadway or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what, that's what every theater kid was like hoping to get. I really wanted most unique laugh because I thought like my laugh was pretty unique and people always commented on it, but not for me. I'm just too clumsy for that.
We've done improv together. You've never like dropped anything, like you know. Well, I know we're playing with invisible things, but like you never dropped anything in class. You know what I mean? Like, during like the chairs. I guess
I have really bad balance too. Yeah, I know. I sit in my chair just fine. I'm holding everything that I'm pantomiming, but I do fall a lot now that I've gotten older. I trip over my shoes constantly. And I break a lot of glass at work.
Oh, damn.
Oh, gotcha.
But, you know, I, one more thing about this, and then I'll move on. My sister used to have this thing for like a straight 2 years where she'd just knock the cup off the table by accident. And so, like, yeah, I don't know if that's ever happened to you where there's like a year of like just, oops, it dropped, just like, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So it's lunchtime, Bree. You've entered the school cafeteria. First thing, before I ask this, are you brown bagging it, or do you got something from the little lunch ladies over there?
In high school, I definitely would go through the cafeteria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, you've entered the school cafeteria. You got your lunch lady food. You're surveying the lunch tables. Who do you sit with?
So it was different for me every single year, but I'm going to go with my junior year of high school on this answer. Okay. And it was this big, giant circle table right in the middle of the commons area that in the first half of the year was filled with a bunch of girls and then our best friend Wyatt. And then right when January hit, it was just me and my best friend Megan. All the girls left.
Died.
So.
What do you mean? What do you mean they left? they just ditched?
A little bit. Junior year, I became obsessed with the TV show Gossip Girl. And I got obsessed with this character, Blair. And I bought a trench coat because she had a trench coat. I bought a black beret because she had a black beret. Yeah. And they didn't like that, I don't think. So they were like, "You're weird. You're trying to be like Blair."
What the hell?
Like, I know. And I was like, me and my friend Megan were like, "What? Wait, what's going on?" And then they left.
That's a freaking Mean Girl situation.
I know, but instead of kicking us out of the table, they just left us. And so we had this big, giant circle table just to ourselves. We looked
that is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I know. Like we made the best out of it. We're like, let's have feast. Like let's make a big giant, take up all the room. It was tight.
And what did you do when someone tried to come up and, join you guys?
No one ever tried to join us. They just like, "Are you using this chair?" And be like, "No."
Yeah. Was your friend dressed up as Serena?
She definitely was a Serena type. Yeah. That is so funny.
I'm like, Will, what are you talking about? Wait a minute. Yeah.
I had a sister. I was like, there we go. Yeah. I know what Gossip Girl is.
We're together on this one.
I tried to get through this whole thing without saying I've never seen it. So
no, that's okay.
I try to get through it without. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen Heart of Dixie, one of my ultimate guilty pleasures. Well, not really a guilty pleasure. It's a great show. Heart of Dixie. Yeah.
I never seen that.
Have you seen that? Yeah.
My sister was obsessed with Taylor Momsen for a long time. So
yeah. Okay. So you had to deal with gossip. Yeah. So I was a Blair. My friend was a Serena. Girls go through it.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. But yeah, that's interesting. Did you ever have an idea of writing an anonymous blog where you would say anonymous things about people in the school, like?
It was something like that in junior high.
Oh, okay.
Me and my girlfriends did that. We got caught smoking weed at a birthday party, and everybody in the school. We grew up in this is in the Midwest, so if you smoke weed, you're going to hell or something like that, is what they said.
Oh,
that's true.
So yeah, so we were had a lot of attention on us, so we created this MySpace account with this girl, and we used like a photo from Google that just like showed her eye and her hair color, and we would post things to kind of get the attention off of us. It was kind of like a Gossip Girl, you could say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then they started thinking it was some weird girl at school. We're like, no, it's not her. It's not her. It's not her.
Yeah. That's cool.
So it turned out you made your own cool little club, like, you know. Like
well, I mean, like we weren't posting like anything like mean about anybody. Just like it was like, oh, look at this. These two people are together. These people are dating. Have you heard? Like things like that.
Yeah. Right. You weren't trying to, you know, scam people or
no, it wasn't like
for, you know.
It wasn't like Gossip Girl. Like Gossip Girl did get into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you need to get into Gossip Girl, Randy. Maybe we'll do a new segment.
Another thing I gotta get into. Yeah.
Randy gets into Gossip Girl, a new segment.
Yeah.
They're doing a reboot, so I'm sure we'll.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think
I'll check it out.
HBO is doing it, right?
Oh, I didn't even know.
Is you smart or is you dumb? Let's find out.
So the question is, which of the following deserts can be found in South America? And it's only one of these.
Okay.
The Atacama, the Sahara, the Gobi, or the Great Victoria. And I'm trusting you guys that you're not Googling this answer.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
I'm not. It's really not. I don't care if I get it wrong. So but I'm gonna try my best.
I'm gonna say Great Victoria.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go with it.
I'm gonna go with
Great
Atacama.
Victoria.
Where are you gonna go with, Randy?
I'll go with the other one, Gobi. Was it Gobi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
All
go with
right.
that.
And I was correct. Yes.
Yes, Will, finally, yes.
I beat in my
Finally
streak
got it.
of being dumb on this podcast.
It's literally like, oh, I don't want to give any spoilers away, Will. Well, I guess they won't be spoilers because they'll be released by the time this comes out.
And every single person has listened to every single episode. Like they're religious with us.
There's going to be one person, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
There's going to be one person that listens to
we're going to have a stalker.
I know.
My goal for this podcast is to have someone like take our voices and edit them into like a stupid situation and like hear one of those drops,
They'll try to cancel us. Or something. Yeah, exactly. No, like the Doughboys podcast. Yeah. I get that. You can do a drop for us. That'd be fun.
I don't know what the Doughboys are. I just know our awesome podcast.
Yeah, there's only one podcast in the existence.
Wow. Topics. This week's topic is busted. Getting busted. Oh, man. This is going to be a good one, guys.
I think of the Grand Theft Auto busted or whatever,
Yeah. Bree, do you have any high school stories about getting busted or, anything like that?
Yeah, I have one. It was my sophomore year, so I was about 15 or 16. And after school, the last bell would ring. There was this one angled wall that if I stood perfectly behind it, no one would see me coming down the hall. So all these kids that are coming down, it's like one of the east stairwell, they're coming all down there to come down this hallway to walk out and exit. So there's no avoiding me. I would hide there and I would pop out and I would scare them. Just to get, I like reaction comedy a lot. It's what
right
puts a big smile on my face. So I was like, oh, well, what if I just scare other students? Like, it would like jack me up for the rest of my day. And so I would hide behind that wall. And then there was one girl, I can't remember her name. I do remember what she looked like. She had long blonde hair and she had black frame glasses and she was shorter than me. And she told on me. She didn't like, I remember she was one of my favorites to scare too, just because her reaction was so big.
Oh my goodness.
And we would always, afterwards we'd make eye contact and she would giggle. So I was like, okay, chill. Like, we're okay. We're all right. Yeah. But she told on me, she told the principal. So I was in class and then they had somebody come in and like, Brianna McCarthy. And I was like, yes. And they're like, you're wanted in the office. And I was like, okay. I didn't even think like, oh, I'm probably in trouble for what I've been doing after school every single day. And it definitely was that. And I went in and he was like, are you scaring people after school? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 15. And he was like, and you're scaring people? Wow, it's really immature.
Wow.
And I was like, I know.
What a douchebag.
I know. And I just like kind of stared at him. I thought I was in trouble. I thought I was going to get detention.
They're adults, so they're pretending like it's a big deal.
Yeah. And then I guess he was telling me that like I need to apologize to this girl. And I was like, yeah, that's no problem. And he's like, and if we catch you scaring people again, you're going to get in big trouble. I guess he was like telling me that he was looking at the cameras. And you can see like a full 20 minutes of just like every day after school, me hiding behind this wall, popping out, scaring a group of kids, cracking up, laughing in their faces.
Yeah.
And then scurrying back behind the wall. Like I was hated by every single one of those
I'm
students.
sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I got to stop you, Bree.
Yeah.
So was this something you did by yourself? This is a solo thing?
No, not exactly. I had one of my girlfriends on the other end giving me like, she was like,
awesome.
She's like, all right,
Yes.
go. Like a perfect timing, go. And so then I would pop out
Yeah.
and give them that big old scare. It was enjoyment for not just me, but for like whatever girlfriend I had helping me out on that.
Right. Yes. And I got to say, you did nothing wrong. This is high school. This is like one of the coolest things you can do.
I mean, I'm not shoving anybody into a locker or anything.
No. Yeah. That would be definitely, that's the line. But what you did, I feel like every single person you scared, I guarantee you they had like a good time afterward. Like they were like, oh my God. It was like I feel like it'd be an honor.
Thank you. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I guess there was a few people that just didn't go for it though. So that's why I got.
Yeah, I mean, and you're
busted.
gonna get those. Yeah. I honestly, I've never been a practical prank kind of guy, but if that happened to me, I would just be like, oh my God, totally got me. And honestly, I'd probably even join you eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Bree, I'm half expecting like you're gonna end the story by being like, and then Samuel L. Jackson came out from behind the thing and was like, "We're making a team for Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh man,
would you join us?"
I would in a heartbeat.
Have you ever thought of auditioning for that, or have you done any of the Halloween kind of horror stuff?
I love it. I love going. I would go every year. I get scared easily myself, like really bad. So yeah, no, I would love to do something like that. I just hear like the hours are kind of terrible. And then it's not happening right now, which is kind of a bummer. So, I would be down.
Yeah. I worked at Universal Studios Hollywood during Halloween Horror Nights twice.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because I was working I was doing security / guest services / a bunch of stuff. But I remember I worked sometimes at like the Terror Tram, and I remember watching people get off and like, being so scared and everything. And I remember this one time, like this little, like probably like 10-year-old girl comes up to me like, like with her mom or like, and I'm just like, yeah, you can get back on the tram and whatever and go.
It's
fine.
I'm one of those girls that get like way into it. Well, Universal, they're just so good with all the details that like you kind of just want to pretend like you're actually in it and you're actually running from these monsters.
Yeah, real quick, guys, what have you guys done? I've done Queen Mary and Knott's Berry Farm recently. Yeah. I've done Knott's Scary Farm in Universal Studios. Not Queen Mary though, so maybe someday Queen Mary.
Queen Mary's fun. Like,
Queen Mary
was
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
But
Bree, you've been there. Nice.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've been to all of them. I've actually, but my favorite's Universal just because they get, it's like a movie set.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only one I have never been to.
You got to do it. You got to do it before it never happens ever again.
In 2024, you got to do it.
Do they do it on the actual theme park, or do they go down into that lot?
Yeah,
you know
they do both.
Do they have like?
It's both.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah, it's tight because you can like walk into like where Back to the Future, that clock tower. You can like walk around over there. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious.
Oh my God.
One year they did.
And I never cuss, Bree. You can ask Will. That is amazing.
Okay. My favorite one was the Alien versus Predator one. They only did it like 10 years ago or something. And then they never did it again, sadly. But it was like all like people were in the entire costume of aliens and predators and everything.
Crazy.
And and then the final room was just like 20 foot, like from the second one, the alien mother, who was like the biggest alien. And it's just like, and you just kind of want to stand there for like 5 minutes and just look at the detail.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much good detail in those.
Yeah, they even put like smells too. Like I remember 1 year in the Saw house, we were walking through bathrooms and it smelled like shit. Like it was disgusting. It was so bad.
That might have been just like a side effect. I don't think maybe they just built it around like a bathroom or something. You know,
no, I don't know what they did. And then I remember Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. When you walk into the butcher room, it smells like dead bodies and raw meat. It's so gross.
That's so hilarious.
They have pleasant smells too. Like there was a kitchen that had gingerbread cookies and it smelled like gingerbread cookies. That was in the Crumpus house.
Yeah.
I think the craziest thing I did in London was this London dungeon, and I realize how far we're going from the subject. But like, I did the London the London dungeon. Okay, this is the last. This will be the last. The London dungeon had like actors pretending to kill people in like little rooms where you move with the group to. Yeah. I think you would have loved it, and it was like so crappily made. Like it was funny. I was the American laughing out loud. Everyone was like quiet. And I was, thank you.
Yeah,
I even tried to like escape the group, and they're like, "Sir, you have to get back to the group. This is not how we're
just
doing
breaking
this."
all the rules.
I'm a rule breaker.
You are.
Kind of,
not really,
a little bit. Yeah.
You bend them. You bend the rules.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the subject. Getting busted. Will, do you have any stories of getting busted?
The one thing I can really think about is like I think someone in the circle of friends I had started a rumor that someone was cheating on tests. And sequel to the Tempest, I just totally forgot about on the Tempest thing. But I do remember like the principal like brought a lot of people in who, they're like, can you tell me who cheated on tests? And she brought me in too. And I was like, I don't know. I wasn't going to, I think someone maybe did, and like in the group, like maybe it was a rumor, but I'm pretty sure someone did. But and I knew who that person was, but I didn't snitch on that person.
Good.
So,
hey, great on you.
Yeah,
great on
that
you,
was,
man, for not
that was
snitching.
the closest I got to, possibly being busted. I was a good kid. I was a good kid, Mad City, A little reference to the rap people.
I definitely didn't get that one. I definitely did not get that one.
Bree's like, no, Randy, let's give it to you. What is any busted stories?
Okay, first of all, guys, I want to say, for the most part, I've been good my whole life, okay? And this story's kind of good.
Bree is thinking of pushing us into a garbage can.
Not even. I would never.
It's all good.
No. I wish I had your spirit, Bree, back in the day, because I don't think I was that adventurous back then. Like, I think in middle school, something did happen that was like, I was a part of it it was out of my control, but I was a part of like the bad stuff. And it's not even that bad, to be honest. It was this guy, he was like really into WWF. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, World Wrestling Federation. Now it's WWE, I think, right? Yeah. But back then, he was so into it. He was like, he used to come up to me and be like, "Oh, what do you want, Randy? Come on, Randy, you want to fight, Randy?" And not in a bullyish way. Like he'd be like, he would be coming at me aggressively, but he wouldn't like make contact or like. But when he would like get in my space, I would like, dude, get the hell out of my space. You know what I mean? So I would just. I would like put my hand on his shoulder and he would pretend to like fly to the ground. So he made me look like a douchebag. And to be honest, it felt great. I was like, hey, like Bree, you know that feeling you get when you're like, oh, this is kind of fun. You know what I mean? So he did that maybe like the first time he did it, I was like, okay, I was like pretending to be mad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the second time, I was like, dude, get the fuck. And then I would like swing my arm really fast at him and then stop last minute. And then he would like fly into the wall, and like a teacher would come out because he slammed into the wall so hard.
God.
They would be like, "What the hell is going on out here?" And I was like, "Oh, we just fell." He fell into the wall. He fell into the wall. And then the last time, he threw himself into a crowd, and I was like, "Okay, I'm done." That was too much.
Yeah,
that's too much. Yeah. So and then like the very last time he did it, I got busted. It was like in I think our science class. Like he came up to me and he started doing all that. Like, "Hey, well, are you looking at me, Randy? I saw you looking at me. What the hell's your problem?" You know, he would start to get in my face. Yeah. Escalate it. I put my hand on his shoulder and I said, you better not do this shit. You better not throw your shirt. I swear to God. I held onto his shirt tight. I was like, God. I swear to God, you better not throw yourself. And then the teacher saw me and I let go, and then he threw himself.
Oh my God.
I let go. He fucking threw himself, and he like jumped up in the air so he would land on his back on like a long table. And then I started laughing because he said, "Ow. I thought the table was gonna break," and that fucking killed me. And I got busted, and he got busted. But I don't think we got that much trouble because I never got in trouble before. So I think maybe we got detention or something. I don't even remember. So,
but wait, I forgot. How old were you when this was happening again?
This was like in 7th grade or 8th grade or something. This was not even high school.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't know why, but wrestling just never it was one of those things that I just wasn't interested in at all as a boy, you know, like.
I think the guy's name was Devin too. The guy's name was Devin.
Oh,
and
Devin.
I think you needed a Devin, Will. I think you need a Devin in your life to get your heart going, you know, get that wrestling mentality in you.
Well, you know, it's cool that you're talking about a Devin, but you know, we're against Devins, as we've previously stated.
Oh, by the way, Will, we cannot be against all Devins. I just want to say on the record.
No,
not all Devins. Am I right? What was that, Bree?
Did you meet a good Devin, or you've never come across a good Devin?
I've never met a good Devin. I've never met a Devin, I think.
Really?
They've all, so I've never been.
Actually, I know one Devin, and he's the nicest guy I have ever met.
Well, I'm sure
Will.
He's a serial killer behind you.
Yeah, watch your back, Bree. Watch your back, Bree.
I'll be more careful.
Yeah. You know, they're 2 letters away from devil. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, any Devins out there? Any Devins out there? We love you. We love you. And any final thoughts, guys?
Any final thoughts or advice to the high schoolers listening to the podcast?
Yeah, and like I said, I hope we don't have high schoolers because I did make this explicit. So, but it's still like, you know, we cuss. That's about it. That's the only reason, you know.
You've tried to sneak into an R-rated movie. Have you ever got busted for sneaking into an R-rated movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I have. And guess what? I was like 21, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you not buy the ticket?
They didn't believe me. Yeah, they didn't believe me. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, how dare you guys?
Yeah, they're like, did they say like your ID was fake or something, or what? Did they know?
No.
Okay.
They saw like 3 of us. We were all Asian, and they're like, "Give me your fuck." They gave us so much attitude, like, "Open your fucking wallet." You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
They didn't believe us, and so I was like, "Hey, I'm not going to pull it out."
Yeah.
You know, because this guy's being a douchebag, but my 2 friends did. And I guess because they did, I was allowed to go.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie, Randy?
I think it was Daredevil. No. It was like.
I think that was PG.
What's the one with Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds or Ben Affleck? Oh, Ryan Reynolds. What's that one movie that he wears a red suit and he's always making jokes?
Deadpool?
Yes.
Deadpool. Yes, it was Deadpool. Actually, I think I was like 27 or something. That was like only a couple of years ago.
That wasn't that long ago.
I was about to say.
That's a good story. Jeez, you should write that. Write it up.
Yeah. Well, I can't. It's in the podcast now, so it's out there, you know.
No. Okay. Well, we'll just cancel this episode. I don't know. I remember one time trying to buy an M-rated video game and them saying they look at the ID and they're like, sorry, we can't give this to you. It's because, you'll shoot up a school if you play a video game. Obviously. Exactly. So, but anyway, what do you remember any movies, Brie, or any R-rated experiences?
Yeah, there were a few. I think there was.
Did you ever have a fake ID?
Yeah, I did for a little bit. It got taken away in Missouri.
Oh my goodness!
It worked everywhere in California, but when I went to Missouri to spend my 21st, or not my 21st, but my friend's 21st, I was still 20. And she wanted to spend it at home, so she lived in Kansas City. It worked at every single place we went to. And then at the very end of the night, we wanted to go to this pizza place that serves beer. So they check your IDs, and they saw mine. Mine was like a fake Illinois one. So I think he knew that it was fake just because he's so close to Illinois. And so he put it in his pocket. And I was like, hey, give it back. And he's like, it's fake. I was like, well, give it back. And he was like, no, if I give it back, we'll have to bring that cop over here. Do you want to do that? And I was like, no. So that was the last time. Wow. But then I turned 21 6 months later, and it was fine.
All the guests.
Did you go back? Because I can. That's one of the things. I was like, you know what? That son of a bitch. One day, I guess I'm kind of vengeful. Just in my mind. I've never, guys, listeners. I've never gone back on anything. Just in my mind. I like to think there's a payback. Some justice.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure me nor Randy have ever had a fake ID.
Speak for yourself, buddy. No, I haven't.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never.
All the guests on this podcast are way cooler than us.
Yeah. This is.
We would just be
again. Speak for yourself, Will. I feel like I'm cool. Bree really once told me, cool. Randy. Oh wait, never mind then.
No, what did I was about
to say. Bree once told me. Bree once said, "Randy, you're in the cool club." And
you
I was
are.
Nice. Yeah, thank you. But then you were like, I'm not cool. Oh wait,
I'm not cool. But Randy, you're definitely one of the cool guys. The first time, I don't know, you get that vibe from you right away. I'm like, oh, when you went up the first time you went up on in class and you did your first performance, I was like, oh, he's so funny. He's one of the cool guys.
Oh my God, what was it? What was the character?
I don't know. I think they were just having us come out as twos. And you just immediately just raised your voice and you started talking really loud. I was like, I like this guy.
I raised my voice and started yelling at everybody. That's good improv. The teacher's like, whoa, this guy he's got a voice on him. All right.
Yeah. Carries.
Yeah.
Randy, will you let me in the cool club? Is that cool? Can I have me?
First, Bree, I'm knighting Bree into the cool club so she can come in first, and then Will. Yeah. Take my hand, bro. You're in.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
You guys are both in. Yeah. So, Bree, you got me in, and then I got you in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Of
All
course.
Right, I'm sorry I went off to another tangent about R-rated movies, but I guess we should wrap up the subject today. Any final thoughts, Bree, or advice for the high schoolers?
I guess just kind of be in the moment and even if you are getting busted or in trouble, just remember it's not going to be like that forever. This is the easiest part of your life. Enjoy
exactly. It. Yeah. And if you're having fun, this is
just
kind of
fun.
Have fun. And this is a tip for not the ones that are breaking the law. This is, not that much
just the
fun,
ones that are hiding
behind
behind walls and scaring other students.
Yeah, little pranks here and there. That's fine. That's great. But if you're littering or something, guys, cut it out.
Yeah, don't do that. We want to save the earth.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Randy, do you have any final thoughts on being busted or getting busted or?
Yeah, all I gotta say is, just enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. I know I just said don't break the law, but if it's whatever, it's not gonna hurt anybody, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty much my thing too. If you have
the urge to, prank or whatever. Do it and do your urges in high school, get them out, and then move on. Be the piece of shit that you are deep down in high school.
Yeah.
And then get it out of your system, and then be a better person throughout. Because not a whole lot of it matters unless you do a crime or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But like pranks, little pranks, whatever, it's fine. It's don't touch anybody without their consent, of course. Like don't do the grab them or whatever. Like that would be a little too far. But yeah, yeah.
Well, I think on that covers it, Will. I think they understand.
Don't touch anybody.
Don't touch.
Yeah.
If there's anything from the 12 episodes of podcast we've done.
Yeah. Don't touch anybody.
But really, though, like people need to learn that. They really do.
Yeah.
No, true.
I'm glad you guys are saying that. Spread that word.
Wait, no one's gonna say it. We're gonna say it. You know, if study buddies, we've got integrity out here.
Yeah.
Unless something's funny, unless something's funny or something. I don't know. I'll cut that part out.
Yeah.
I was doing so well up until that point.
Hey, wasn't it funny when I grabbed you?
Yeah, I was like, okay, never mind.
But Harvey Weinstein.
No, that will be out. You got email. Okay, this week we got an email from Kat. Kat's coming from Idaho, guys.
Idaho.
Do you guys know anyone from Idaho? This is like a study buddy's first.
I have a very personal story about Idaho, but I'm not.
We don't have time for it. Okay, let's
episode for that.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, Kat, we'll reach out to you then. Kat asks. She asks, "Do any of you do Taekwondo?" These are the questions, guys. These are the questions. So I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, yes, I took Taekwondo as a kid. I took it up to red and black belt, but then the school started scamming my family, so I dropped out and never got that black belt. Wouldn't have done anything self-defense wise anyway. So anyway, I learned nothing. Like seriously, I think Anyway, how about you guys?
I guess I'll go really quick. I did Taekwondo as a kid. I got to orange belt, and then I did a Taekwondo as a adult and got to yellow belt. But I never really got that far in it. But mostly because of tuition fees and stuff like that. But I remember hearing a thing from people at the Taekwondo studio that if the dojo's not ran by a Korean, it's most likely a scam. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's a Korean national thing or whatever, but they were there's a lot of scams of white people who weren't fully certified as Taekwondo people running Taekwondo dojos and stuff like that. And they don't actually know the form and all that. So you should most likely just go with a studio that's ran or a dojo that's ran by a Korean. So there's a little advice.
I do not. Yeah, I respect that, Will, but I reject that advice. I recommend guys sign your kids up for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the ultimate, especially for girls. That's a great martial art to learn because it's all groundwork and it's realistic fighting. You know what I mean? Submissions and stuff that actually work. Anyway. Sorry, Will. I just never believed in Taekwondo.
But you disagree with don't go look for it. You would do a.
Oh no, I agree with if you're gonna do Taekwondo, look for a legit place, but don't do Taekwondo. That's my advice.
Oh, that's what you're.
Yeah. So anyway,
I like Taekwondo.
So how about you, Bree? Yeah.
I think more people should do it.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Did you go to a Taekwondo in the city of Orange by any chance? I'm wondering if we went to the same dojo.
I did it in Arizona. It was my senior year.
Oh, that's right. That makes sense. You didn't drive all the way to California to go to Taekwondo with me?
Yeah. But they were all, the dojo was ran by Koreans and they were very they're like adamant for me to not be scammed because they're like, here's all our certificates and everything.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
You should, and maybe, I don't know, the advice to just find a Korean might be a little racist or whatever, but they were very concerned about that. And they really liked me and everything. So,
Yeah. Great.
But yeah, so, and they're trying to recommend people, but like the people they were recommending were like in Irvine. And I was like, yeah, sure, Irvine. That's close to San Fernando Valley, where I live. Where I'll live. Like, no.
Dude, my dojo turned into a bakery, so now it's not even there anymore. I think because they were ripping people off. I think people were getting scammed. They were trying to make more money because they just added more belts to keep us from getting the black belt.
Belts that don't exist?
Belts that don't exist, like how it'd be like white, blue, yellow, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then they would be like white and black, blue. Blue and black. Yellow.
Okay.
So they would like double
Extra
the
level.
amount of belts. Yeah.
Okay, so Bree, did you have any experience with Taekwondo or?
No, I never did. But I lived in such a small town, so it wasn't really offered to me as a kid.
What town is that?
It's this small little town called Nixa in Missouri.
Ah, very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. We just had a small town guy on our podcast,
yeah?
so we learned a lot about how, like my experience comes from Knott's Berry Farm, so it's not quite like a true small town, experience. But if you guys have blacksmiths, we
have.
That's a joke, guys. I don't want any more emails about my blacksmith thing. Jokes, okay?
But it's funny that you say that because the town over in Branson, they literally do have blacksmiths. So that's
oh my God,
why I was a little hesitant on your.
So that's
answer.
true. That's true. Oh, okay.
I mean, they're like touristy ones because they think that Branson's this like hick town, so they're like tourist attractions. But yeah, they're actual blacksmiths over there.
Would you? I'm sorry. Now we're going off subject a little bit, but do you consider Missouri the Midwest or more South?
So I live, I would consider it the Midwest just because when I was growing up, they were like, we live in the Midwest, but we are closer to Arkansas.
Yeah,
we're like more in like southern Missouri. So I guess when it was a slave state, it would have been, cut in half. That's what Missouri was. It was the one that was like the top half of Missouri was the north and the bottom half of Missouri was in the south. So it's a little weird because I did live in the Ozarks, so we were pretty down there.
Wow.
Yeah. So nothing like that show.
Is that what that TV show Ozarks is about?
Yeah.
Or is that something else? Are you serious? Oh no, I've never seen it. Okay, yeah. I have a friend who lives in St. Louis. Did you used to go like out there?
We went to St. Louis many times. So it's only 3 hours away from where I was living.
Oh, okay, cool. How big was your high school class?
I think we graduated with about 400 people.
That's big. That's big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just compared to everybody out here in California, they're like, I graduated with like over 1,000 people. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah. But we just have like a lot. I think my class was like, I don't know, 8 million or something. I'm less than that.
Joking.
Yeah, less than that, but not 1 million. He's like, I think like 1,000. I think it was 1,000.
Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. And we were the biggest class that Nixa had ever had. So that was pretty crazy. But I think they're like up to like 1,000 in the whole school now.
So I know that we're really jumping off course here, but I do have a question that I'm just extremely curious about, and you can take that out if you want or whatever. But so Hollywood depicts like the Ozarks as like primarily white. Like, what was it like growing up in the Ozarks?
Oh yeah.
Was it reflective of that, or is it
super white? It's ridiculous. Like my mom is Mexican, so like when we moved over there, she would get a lot of looks. A lot of people didn't want to serve her. Yeah. No one wanted, like, there wasn't one time her tire popped and she went into a pancake house to use their phone. There was no cell phones at the time, and they turned her away. Like it was so like rough on her living out there because she grew up here in Manhattan Beach. And so going from over here to this small little town. It was much smaller when I was younger too. So when she moved out there, it was just crazy. And it's super racist. It was rough. Not for me growing up, just because I looked white my whole life, but my brother was a little brown. Yeah. And so he would get pulled over for just no reason at all.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Wow. It's a bummer. And like some of the people that still live there are like in this like hole. I don't know how they got in there, or like that's just where they're from. But they don't believe anything other than what they were told their whole life.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie have you seen the movie Winter's Bone?
With Jennifer Lawrence? Yeah, that was shot in Springfield, literally 10 miles away from where I was living. So, it's all meth over there, too. Bunch of meth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, like that's that and Ozarks. I'm like, oh, it's white, and it's like everyone's addicted to drugs.
Yeah, and it looks really cold, too, right? Yeah, it's just like, it's not even the temperature's that cold. It's the wind chill is that what's so bad. So... Be careful.
So I should never visit these places then.
I mean, like if you visit in the fall time because the foliage is beautiful. I definitely recommend it.
And the racism is down a little bit.
We're just jumping around the fall, drinking pumpkin spice lattes. Like, we don't need
fall is the safest time to go.
Yeah.
This is why I don't travel that much. Yeah. I mean, over there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think someday we need to do an episode just like I went to high school in Arizona, and that's a pretty like I went to a liberal arts school, and then when I came out to California, I was like, oh no, like they weren't really liberal, they were more like moderate Republicans. You know, like you think what liberal is in a red state is like, you know, like I don't know, thinking like the most safe liberal thing of. I don't know. Maybe it's okay if a woman has an abortion. I mean, it's maybe just okay. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, it's fine. You know, or it's like they should only have an abortion if they are not married or something like that. You know, like that would be like the liberal idea of like something in a red state, and then you go to a blue state, and they're like, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah,
they should just have it
whenever.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was really interesting. Like, you know, like I was in a culture shock between Arizona and California. I don't know if you had that too. I know we're running long now, but did you, was there a bit of culture shock when you moved?
So my mom, she grew up out here. My dad met my mom in Redondo Beach. So like, I was just kind of raised a certain way to these other kids. A lot of the kids weren't allowed to hang out with me because of like what my views were. And so I was already like kind of, I don't know, my parents just raised me to, so I fit right in when I moved out here. I was just like, yeah, I agree. That's what I've been saying my whole life. Yeah. It was nice. It just like felt like I automatically came home.
That's awesome. That's great. Okay, so I'm sorry, Randy. That was a really long.
Yes, we got way out.
No, this is honestly, Bree. This is like amazing to talk to you. You know, this is why I do the podcast is to talk to my friends again. I don't know if I can hang out with people regularly anymore. You know what I mean?
It's so weird.
We need like a podcast or a TV show or something.
That's so great.
You know?
I love that.
You know, one of the things I really loved about the LA comedy scene was that I could just meet new people, and I haven't met any new people. So this is a way for me to meet new people, which is all Randy's friends. So it's all good.
I gotta stop this podcast right in its tracks because it's time for Randy's high school facts.
Oh, I got a good one today. Fact. Guys, we got a great fact this week. Hold on. When I was in second grade, I used to have the shiniest marbles in class.
Are you talking about your balls?
No, dude. I'm talking about you son of a bitch. I'm talking about like actual marbles. You know, like did you guys not play with marbles in school?
I did. Yeah. I definitely did.
Yeah.
Like on rainy
and so
days.
did you used to trade them and everything? I used to like, you know,
dude, yes.
we used to like dig like little holes, you know, in the ground and we used to bet, like we used to like gamble our marbles away. This is the history of two future TikTok stars.
TikTok royalty I'm slowly becoming here. So last time we talked, I was like, hey guys, it's pretty crazy. My video got to 2,400 views. And I was like, it's probably going to plateau there. No, it didn't. Right now, I'm looking at it. It's 14.1K views. So 14,000 views.
Oh, my God. Are you serious? Oh, man. Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Yeah. This is entirely random. The two I made sense. The macaroni one was 176 views, and the Mount Hood one was 327 views. So they pretty much plateaued at where they're going to plateau, But that one with my sister and about the Terminator 2, what was the word? The word was the foster parents. That one, 14,000
foster parent
views.
teen, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
That's crazy. I wanted to. When I saw that the first time, I was like, dude, Will, that's going to blow up. But I had no idea it was going to blow up this big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, 1,000 or something. But, dude,
yeah.
14? I think it's only going to go up now. I think once it catches on.
I'm saying when I get that TikTok mansion, everyone's invited. All the guests are invited to live the TikTok mansion.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm gonna bring a big clock and it's gonna it's gonna say TikTok Will or something every hour on the top of every hour. Yeah. But guys, real quick, a little disclaimer. You know what? It's not really about the view. I know it's not. It's not great. It's better if Will says this. But guys, it's not about the views.
It's
not
what I mean? About the views.
It's about the fun, the friendships. You know what I mean? And and you know what? But it does feel a little good. Tell me. Yeah. Tell them how good it feels.
I know it feels good. It feels like I'm also like I released Teenage Dream, and then like the next album's just never going to hit Teenage Dream. I don't even remember what Katy Perry's next albums were. That's how everyone knows Teenage Dream. They don't know what is it, like Prism or whatever. I don't fucking know. So yeah, see,
Bree, you must think we're so superficial. Is that what you're thinking?
No,
about
I
the
agree.
TikTok
I
thing?
agree. The TikTok thing, I totally agree. I just started posting videos. I'm trying to find my niche. I'm trying to figure out what I like posting and what other people like. I've been posting me making snacks. They're not hitting so well, but I'm enjoying it and I feel good.
I don't think I have you on TikTok.
I don't think I have you either. We'll figure that out.
But I think you did post it on Instagram. I think I did see it.
I did. Yeah, I posted a few things. I think I posted it today. I made chia seed pudding. I don't know.
Hannah gave us the word Lacey, and I had an idea, and then one of my shots were kind of screwed up, so I was going to have it done by today, but I didn't. I'll have it done by next episode for sure.
I was gonna do, you guys know WAP. I mean, we all know WAP, don't we? I was gonna do that. I was gonna do that little high, that high kick before the dance. Yeah. I was gonna do a super high kick, and then cut to me in the hospital, and then it'd be me. Oh, and I was trying to find I was trying to find footage. I was trying to find footage of a Viking funeral, so then you can see someone shoot a bow and arrow into the ocean. I think originally we started this, we were just trying to get just a bit for the show, but then it's actually happening, Will, and it's exciting, to see you, get boosted up there. So this is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I went to film school. I did all these things, and the thing that will make me big is TikTok.
Something that is an app on your phone.
It's random. Life is random and everything. Yeah. Anyway, so we've come to the part of the segment where Bree, you gotta give us a suggestion. It could be a person. It could be not a person. It can be a relationship, a location, or a thing. I guess.
Okay. I'm going to go with a location.
Okay.
7-Eleven.
That's yes.
Is that good?
I love 7-Eleven. The 7-Elevens in Japan, that's my favorite thing in the world is those convenience stores in Japan. 7-Eleven.
I hear that they're bomb in other
they're
countries
the best.
Besides here.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, do you hear that, Randy?
Hear
it
what?
sounds like that's the
hear
bell.
that? Oh, hold on, hear that?
How cute.
Hear that?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's the bell, and that means we got to go to the next class. We got to put our books in our bags, and we'll see each other at the end of the day. We'll see each other at the end.
That's
of the
right.
day, but,
That's right, guys. Yes.
Bree, where could the good people find you?
They can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and it's all the same username. It's at Brianna May.
Brianna May.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I will follow you right now.
I think my TikTok has like 3 Ys though.
Okay, and the good people can find me at Will's 2020 username on Instagram, or you can find me on TikTok at SillymanLol, SillymanLol. And I'm not on Twitter, and I guess you can follow me on Letterboxd at William Evans if you want. That's a movie site.
What is that?
It's a movie review site. You can review movies and stuff. So there you go. Randy, take it away.
You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Comedy Randy, and on TikTok I am on Podcast Bro. If you guys want to catch me on the news, I'll be running away from the heat into the beach. So watch out for that. The beach interview.
Yeah, and you can follow the podcast on studybudpod on Instagram, and you can email us at, I believe, studybudpod@gmail.com. Is that correct, Randy?
Yeah, and why don't you rate and review us 5 stars, please, and share this podcast with everyone.
Yep. And, thank you so much, Bree, for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We end the show with a quote. It's, and I've been thinking about this for a while. Randy knows exactly what the quote I'm talking about. It's just like our old improv coach used to say. What did he used to say, Randy?
He used to say, if the Teletubbies ever show up at your house, don't let them in.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Bye.
All right. See you guys.